It's hilarious. This is how I spend my afternoons now. Now that, I'm in classes, I just straight up take images of like plants everywhere and find out information about how they look. Eventually I'll start drawing them, but for now I'm collecting pictures and learning names. So far, I think that has stuck probably 3 to 4 different types of plants and herbs potentially. Not really herbs, but the name of it doesn't necessarily tell you what it does. So currently I'm looking at correlations between the shape of it and or the color and what it does with the body, if it's even ingestible, because half the time the plants that people have or in the city or otherwise are not necessarily meant for consumption. Like, for example, there was a plum tree or a plum plant. The problem with it was that, first of all, they probably used pesticides to keep bugs off of it. That's number one. And then number two is everything of that plant is toxic except for the fruit itself. So if you decided to try to eat the leaves or eat the stem, you would poison yourself. So that's the importance of knowing the differences between these plants, ones that are good, ones that are bad, and then also what you should and shouldn't eat. Because sometimes the leaf is the part that you want to ingest. For example, marijuana plants, right? The leaf itself will not give you a high, but it will help your body calm down. So you get almost like a CBD aspect to what is actually a THC plant. Aside from that, though, we already know that there are different receptors in the body, or I assume that everyone knows that there are different receptors in the body, in the brain, and the endocrine system and other types of systems within the body. So that's what is interactive with the different pieces, so to speak, of what is inside of the CBD and THC plant. Last but not least, I've noticed a bird of paradise plant around here recently, which was pretty cool, because I think I've probably seen them in person, but not in the capacity here, like it as a decorative plant versus it being like something you might see rarely in a plant shop or a flower shop. It's pretty cool because there's a lot of fruits that grow in this area. So I'm excited to explore and get my studies in, as well as have my shop going as smoothly as possible. I may have found something here, there, or the other, etc., etc. You're gonna have to stay tuned to find out.